Here we have the C Clan of the Hill. We are on Game 5 here between nGen, who has got Master coming through after knocking out GG who was on an all kill last game. He is against GGakky, put forward by the GG Clan, who are in the lead 3-1 right now. What can you tell me about Akky?
I know Akky very well. He is an insanely talented Terran player. I mean, he favors what most Terrans do, which is the bio ball. His micro, his build orders, they're all so tight. This is going to be a phenomenal game. And I dare say that, you know, nGen are going to be knocked out of the tournament with this. And that you can take from me. I'm Sif. Adme496 is the code there, dude.
Okay, I just want to point out really quickly as well, nGenMaster currently on his 6th game in this Clan of the Hill and is currently undefeated. So just putting that out there as well. This should be a very epic game here. Blistering Sands though, I've got to say, from a Zerg perspective, I like this map against Terran because you do have that back door, and Terran just love to camp up for 3 years. Yeah,
I heard that you know, Master likes using the back door. No pun intended. But this map definitely favors Zerg. Definitely favors Zerg. I mean, you can use that, you know, the back rocks there, destroy them, run around the back, go around the front. Yeah, speedlings are fantastic on this. The Zerg Mutt-Ling combination on this map is phenomenal, so I'd really like to see Master do that rather than, you know, a creep highway. What are your thoughts on strategies as being, you know, one of the good Zerg players I don't know, mate?
True. Obviously, though, my ZvT actually right now isn't that great, but from what I'm seeing, obviously you basically have to open speedlings. Speedlings just basically are what you have to do, and you almost have to go into banelings. I mean, you can go roaches, but Marines do well against roaches once they start getting upgrades, Marine upgrades like combat shield, stim and stuff. So you definitely have to go Ling, Baneling to start with, and transition into Infesta, Muta. It's very sort of different which way you can go. It's more personal preference, and a lot of styles can come through here. But honestly, the way that metagame is right now, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see a billion Raxes and Marines coming in and still beating Baneling armies.
Yeah, definitely. I really think that the... and I'm going to say this because I'm a Protoss player, I really think the bio ball is imba! Especially when you get Medivacs and Ghosts and everyone else in the mix there, and Marauders. I mean, what the hell. But hey, that's the way the game is, and it'll be interesting to see how Akky plays it out. He might not do that. He might go into a, you know, quick factory 2 Hellion kind of harassment like he's done before. He also favors the Banshee rush. He's really good with his Banshee movement.
He is getting the factory up now, though, and the reactor. So dare I say, we will see Hellions.
Yeah, definitely. A 2 Hellion rush would be fantastic, especially because we've got the fast expansion on, which means that Master has to defend, obviously, the 2 sites rather than the 1. Hellions can run up and down that ramp, you know, usually very quickly unless the Queen's in the way to block them, so you could see some major harassment there on the mineral line.
He does scout it, though. He does see the factory, and it gives him 2 ways to go, really. I mean, obviously he's going mech. He did his whole position, take a few shots there, but he has 2 ways to go, really. If he's not going...
There we go.
Sorry?
He's got the roaches. He's got the roach warren. He's just plonked it down.
They'll allow roaches to mass speedlings, but really that's a bit iffy.
Yeah, no, definitely. The good thing about speedlings, if you against Hellions, I mean, you can get a surround there. Hellions can't take them out very well, and then you can use them straight away to go and counterattack. But the roaches, they're so much stronger. They hard counter Hellions, and it means they're pretty much useless unless really good micro is used. You can't let your Hellions just sit there. But you know, kind of caliber of Akky, he just wouldn't let that happen in the first place. So these 2 Hellions are almost done. I'm liking to see...
Also, Command Center going down as well, looking to expand behind this pressure.
Yeah, so there you go. That's the Korean style, you know, bit of harassment whilst expanding to secure your map control. Then we would probably see a bunker, I'm guessing, in the natural. But we'll have to see if Akky's going to be that defensive. 2 Lings spotting the Hellions. They get toasted. Oh my god. KFC.
They were just the scouts, but we do have a few roaches just popping out now. Obviously, Hellions really can't touch roaches. He probably has these 3 drones.
Queen there. Yep. No queen to defend that base yet, so those 3 drones, I dare say, yes, they turned into toast.
But
and then we've got...
It's kind of not that bad, though. He did only have 3 drones there. He could have had half. He could have transferred a lot more drones down there, and they would have died. But now that roaches are up, I do think these 4 Hellions that are out now are a lot, like, really aren't that great. I mean, you can do run-by still, but it's just a lot less threatening.
Yeah, definitely. I think he might have overproduced as far as the Hellions are concerned. He does have 4 of them out, which is quite a significant amount of minerals. But the thing to note there, just before when he was harassing with the Hellions, that those 3 drones really did count. He was down to 16 harvesters as opposed to 24 for the Terran. And don't forget, Terran does have mules. But the thing I'm not too keen about is the fact that Aki got supply capped, and he opted to use his extra supply on his supply depot, which is a massive impact to your economy. It's something that you really don't want to be doing as a Terran player.
That's just him playing poorly, but the thing with Terran play is because it's such an easy race to play, if you mess up, you have so many ways to get out of it. You can just drop a supply depot at random, so all the Terran players out there, I hate you, sorry. Just
Imba! No. To be honest, I know a lot of really good Terran players, and it does take a lot of skill to get your game down tight. It's not as easy as people think it is to play, especially at the top level. But I do have to admit that as far as the races are concerned, there's none other than Terran that annoys me more, especially because I'm a Protoss and gateway units are just useless.
Definitely. He's getting his natural down now. Honestly, Zerg, you really can't stop a Terran taking their natural. If they want to take it, they can take it, unless you really go for a Baneling bust. He is getting his Baneling nest. In fact, his Baneling nest is up. He's getting Speedlings. He's also getting Roach Speed. Just getting sort of everything. And he does push in the front with Helions, takes out a Creep Tumor and loses a Helion for his little attempt there.
I mean, that definitely paid off.
Yeah, like a couple of energy for a Helion? Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I love how the Queen, literally poos out a Creep Tumor. Just squids it out. She's got little 3 spikes on the end of her tail there, and she just kind of squats one out.
Yeah, definitely. Lair is up too, so obviously Baneling speed should get done soon. Not quite done yet. In fact, not even started yet. That's quite interesting because our opponent here has transitioned into sort of
possible engagement at the Watchtower. Are these homes get surrounded? It looks like they're going to roast a few Zerglings. One did get killed. They don't manage to get surrounded. Excellent micro there by Aki.
With siege tank range, siege tanks are going to clear that off, and he gets away with 1.
That reminded me of Saving Private Ryan on the beach there for a second.
With the bunker and all the Marines, yeah. He realizes he can't get in there, but just keep in mind there is the back door. If you kill that back door, with roaches it isn't that difficult. All of a sudden, these siege tanks, really hard to cover 2 entrances because they're so immobile.
Yeah, and that's one of the things you really need to do as a Zerg player. You stretch the Terran player thin. They can't turtle up in more than one place usually. It's so hard to defend the different access points, and it doesn't seem like Master's taking advantage of it yet. Instead, he's opting for a macro game, so he's going to be taking the gold, or maybe he just likes killing the rocks because he doesn't want his troops to be completely
I think
useless.
he is looking like he's setting up to take the gold. It is about 10 minutes into the game. It would be a good time to take that gold base. The Helion coming sort of around here to scout is seen and is killed off. Or is it? Yeah, just barely killed off there. Doesn't have the towers though right now. Oh, she has 1 tower, sorry. I gotta say, if Mafia gets into a macro game, Zerg macro games are usually strong, but on this map, I'm not so sure.
Yeah, very small map, and it's unusual to see games last past the 15-minute mark. So it will be interesting to see when Aki decides to push out. He is getting a significant amount of Marines and tanks. It's very hard for any race to deal with mass Marines and tanks because they do complement each other so well. Tanks being so good at taking out armored units and Marines taking out light units, whether it be Mutalisks through to Lings. But those Banelings that
they're going to burrow in the middle of the map. Burrow has just finished. He is going to set traps here.
Yeah, and this is great. You set them to the auto detonate, and they're just so useful, especially against
manually detonate them. Auto detonate. Sometimes you can get picked off there, but you can get some really sick kills if he doesn't scan ahead or have a detector.
Well, there you go. I didn't actually know that. I mean, being a Zerg player, I'll take your word for it. So, what else do we have going on, man? I think at the moment it's a bit of a let's just mass up and see who can headbutt each other.
Yeah, Mutalisks are coming out though. Once these Mutalisks are out, you should see a bit of harassment in the Zerg, in the Terran base. With such an immobile army, obviously you do have Marines. Marines do destroy Mutalisks better than Thors do. Thors really don't counter them. But the problem is that Mutalisks are just so mobile. He's going to have to get turrets up for him. He has 1 up in his main right now, and he has 1 in his natural, but that doesn't cover the whole base.
Yeah, I think, here we go, we've got 7 Mutas hanging over, about to go hang out at the Terran base. They're going to go check. The good thing about Mutalisks as well, when you get to use them as harassment units, you also get to see exactly what your opponent's doing whilst doing damage, and it will keep Aki his attention on those mutts so much that he won't be able to go out of his base. He'll have to build defenses and waste minerals like doing that. Mutas are such a powerful unit to have in this matchup, and it's exactly what I was saying at the beginning of the cast.
Look at these kills that he's got though, like just going through there, finds the weak spot and loses 0 Mutalisks for a bunch of SCV kills. I mean, there's way too many kills for me to count. That second missile turret he's building now wasn't up.
Yeah, I think we lost about 6 SCVs there just going through the Mutalisks and having a bit of count. So that was really good. I mean, it's 300 minerals, so boom, boom, boom. Units lost we got 17 units lost for the Zerg player, only 13 lost for Terran. However, the difference in minerals is significant. 950 minerals lost from Aki, so as compared to 475 from Master. Master's going really well with his creep spread at the moment as well. Like, he is really covering the map in his slimy ooey goo. That Queen's been working hard shitting out those creep tumors. Gold expansion's online, which means his income is now 1,700 as opposed to 900. So, like, almost doubling the income, which means he's going to be able to double the amount of troops. And this is what we're talking about. When it comes into macro games, Zerg is so strong.
Here comes some Milis harass coming into the natural base, but there are turrets up there to defend that, just getting shot away. But honestly, this push here in the middle, mostly tank marine. Now, the problem is that if he sets his tanks back and just sends the marines forward and uses it for cover, Mutalisks will kill the tanks. So it's actually really tricky now that Mutalisks are up to get good attacks here. He does scan the banelings.
Wow.
He knows they're there.
That is an excellent scan. I mean, just intuitive to be able to check. Did he see that? Did he have any kind of inkling before that there was going to be banelings there? Because, oh no! What happened there? That was complete miss micro. Oh my god!
Just walks those marines into those banelings, and that could be game. That is game! Doesn't even GG as well. Wow.
What a sudden end to that. I mean, a complete miss micro there. Just one misclick. As we said before, Michael J. Fox cannot play StarCraft due to the fact that one misclick can cost the game.
Just to point out, though, that could have gone the other way as well. If banelings misclicked and hit tanks, that would have been the complete opposite way. That's how ZvT works. It's just crazy.
Yep, so flip a coin. Now, this is going to be heading, into Game 6 next?
Yep, it will be on an IC Cup map. I forget the name, but it is 3-2, and Master is playing quite well.
Yeah, if Master can win the next match, we're going to have a great tiebreaker on Game 7, because it is a best of 7, and you're listening to the one and only Benji and Sif, so tune in for this next game. We're just going to get it launched now.